Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite things to do on St. Patrick's Day, or leading up to St. Patrick's Day, I should say, with my toddler. Super cute, I highly recommend it. Now, St. Patrick's Day doesn't just have to be a holiday that's all about drinking green beer and eating and partying. Now that I have kids, I realize it is so much fun too to make it such a wholesome family holiday. I really enjoyed this year kind of prepping for it and doing fun little activities with my daughter as we're getting closer and closer to March 17th. The first thing that we did is we did a countdown. So Layla Jane, my 4-year-old daughter, almost 4-year-old, loves countdowns. We have to do a countdown for every big event or holiday. I went on to Etsy and I actually found a really cute countdown. Cut out all these little things. They give you this clip art and you make this really cool countdown, and every day you glue a gold coin onto a rainbow, and every day there's a new fun activity to do. So like for instance, the other day, the activity was to make marbled shamrocks. I just thought that was so much fun and something I normally probably wouldn't have done. All it had to do was just get some shaving cream, which I bought from the Dollar Tree, super inexpensive. Then I cut out a shamrock that I just found on the internet and printed. We put a whole bunch of shaving cream in a little pie tin and did a few little green drops of food coloring and then swirled it around, and then you dip the shamrock in it and then just scrape off the excess, and it dries and it's so pretty. I couldn't believe how pretty it looked. Then we just had fun putting them up all around our house once they dried. Fun activity, and then it also became a decoration. So that countdown is super cute. You can easily make one, but I really liked this one because it came with so many activities, and I got it off Etsy for really inexpensive, and I'll put a link in the description below if you are interested in getting the same countdown. Even if it's a little late this year, you can use it for next year too. Super cute, I highly recommend it. Another thing that we love doing just any time of the year, but especially around holidays, are crafts. And we have found some fun crafts to do this year. One thing we did was make little shamrock sun catchers. Super easy to do with just some contact paper, cut it out to make it look like a shamrock, and then just get a bunch of green tissue paper. Then you hang it on your window and it looks really pretty when the sun shines through it. We also made some of our own homemade garland to decorate our fireplace with. This one was fun. I've done this activity before with something else, but you just take some coffee filters, and then I got a marker and made the rainbow on it. I had Layla Jane take a spray bottle filled with water and spray that. And boy, let me tell you, that was the best part for her. She loved having that spray bottle. That continued on for like another hour after that with her spraying like all of our plants, the grass, everything she could find. But anyways, once the coffee filters dry, it's really cool because the colors become more vibrant. They kind of bleed together. And then I cut the coffee filters in half so they looked like perfect rainbows. And then I just also printed off some green shamrocks and hole punched everything, threaded on some ribbon, and then we hung it on our mantle, and it looks really cute. And Layla was very proud of herself for that one. We also made a cute little face mask. That was super simple. You just take a paper plate, you cut out the center of it because that's where your face is gonna go. We painted it orange. And then we have so much color construction paper, and you use some green, black, and gold and just kind of make a little hat out of it. We taped it onto our paper plate because I thought that would hold better than glue. And then I also put a popsicle stick on the back of the hat just to make it stand up a little better because I made it so tall. That was really fun, and she's been having a fun time taking pictures with that, and her and her friends will come over and they make goofy faces with their little leprechaun masks. So that turned out really cute. Another really fun activity that I wish I would have started in hindsight, like maybe the day after Valentine's Day, is growing your own shamrock. I didn't know you could. I saw this on Pinterest. I mean, I know you can grow a shamrock, but I didn't think that you could get your own bulbs for it and grow it at your house. I went on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. They're super affordable, and it comes with like 6 bulbs in it. And I just got some little paper cups. We filled them with soil and we planted our shamrocks, and it's really cute because Layla Jane loves every day checking on it, watering it, making sure it has sunlight. So not only is it a fun little St. Patrick's Day activity activity, but it's also teaching her responsibility and how to care for something. And it kind of gives us something to talk about how a plant grows and what it needs for life, how it needs sunlight and plenty of water and soil. And so it's just been a really fun activity for us and something we like to check on and do every morning. One of my favorite activities, and I think Layla Jane really liked this, was doing a green food taste test. So these food taste tests are kind of popular among parents. I see a lot of people talking about them on Pinterest and social media, but I decided to make it all green theme. These food taste tests are fun too because it takes kids out of their comfort zone and it puts them in a fun setting where they can try new foods they might not be familiar with or have ever tried before, and it kind of encourages them to really try it because not only do you have the food with them, but I made a little sheet and I wrote down every food she was going to try, and next to it I put a happy face or a sad face, and she loved kind of having that authority to say whether she liked it or didn't and circling the happy or the sad face. So she was so willing to try every single food that was on that tray because she wanted to be able to determine whether she liked it or not. In this muffin tin, I only used 9 of the slots, and I put it in a muffin tin because I thought that'd be kind of fun and cute for her, and she did. She loved that. And I just found a bunch of green food. And like I did sugar snap peas, I did some guacamole, I even got some of those green flaxseed chips from Trader Joe's to go with it, celery, edamame beans. I threw in some green jello because I thought it'd be fun to still have something sweet in there too. Cucumbers, what else do we do? Green peppers. I just found so many fun things to put in there, and she had a blast doing that. The only 2 things she didn't like were the kale chips, which kind of surprised me because I had bought store-bought kale chips that were seasoned and I thought she'd really like those, but that was a big no. And she said she didn't like the celery. But the funny thing about that is she kept eating it afterwards, so I think she did like it, but she just wanted to say no to something else. That was pretty fun, so now I know she really likes also cucumbers and green peppers, so I'm gonna start buying those some more too. So besides just doing a bunch of crafts, I also wanna do like activities and games. So I found some cute games involving like a Lucky Charms cereal box and a bunch involving Fruit Loops. The Lucky Charms cereal box was really cute because you just take a box, and we always have Lucky Charms in our house, and you cut the front of it and kind of just cut it up depending on your kid how difficult you want to make this. You're going to make it into a puzzle. So for Layla, I just kind of cut it into a bunch of rectangles and squares, and then it's a puzzle for them, and they have to put the cereal box back together. She liked it so much she wanted me to do the back of the box too, so we cut out the back of the box and made a puzzle out of that. And then for like the next few days she kept saying, let's make a puzzle out of another box. And now I'm turning all of my cereal boxes into puzzles. But it was fun to use Lucky Charms because that goes with the whole St. Patrick's Day theme. Now some fun Fruit Loop games. These are all kind of like minute to win it style, so if you can get the whole family involved, that'd be really fun. Or if your kids have friends over, you can set this up for them and have them kind of compete with each other. So for Layla, we were just doing it one afternoon. It was just us two. So I was just having her kind of do it against herself. I would time her and see how fast she could do it, and then she'd try it again and see if she'd go faster. So the first one we did was a Fruit Loops color sort. I got all the colors that are in the Fruit Loops and cut them out as little squares from construction paper and taped them onto a table. Then I gave her a big pile of Fruit Loops and gave her 30 seconds to see how fast she could sort them. She didn't really get that it was a race, but towards the end she did, and she kept wanting to see if she could get more and more Fruit Loops. And at the end of each round, we'd count how many Fruit Loops she had sorted. So then it was kind of fun counting too and kind of bringing in some of those math skills. Another fun activity you could do with Fruit Loops is, and this is kind of a minute to win it game too, is you take some Fruit Loops and you have like 2 plates or just something you can set them on in a straw. You suck up one Fruit Loop with the straw, and then you have to move it over to the piece of paper or the plate or wherever you want to move it to. And you see how many you can do just using the straw, how many you can move. Now, I did a great job, but Layla Jane could not get the hang of this. She kept just trying to blow through the straw and didn't know how to suck it up and then move it over. So we tried it a few times, and then she just started eating the Fruit Loops and thought that was hilarious. So that game did not go over well for us, but maybe your kids will like it. Now this one, it could be a little messy, and it involves wasting some food unless you have a clean floor and clean feet. But you put a bunch of Fruit Loops on the floor, you time them, to see how many Fruit Loops they can pick up with their toes and put into a bowl. I tried this one with Layla, but she could not figure out how to pick it up with her toes, so we didn't really do that one. I kept trying to show her. I did a good job at it, but she just couldn't figure out how to do it, and then she just started picking them up off the floor and eating them again. So that one did not go well with us, but again, maybe your kids will like that one. One thing I would love to do maybe next year is give Layla Jane just a bunch of supplies, like craft supplies, and have her make a leprechaun trap. I had planned on doing that this year, and we even read this book we got from the library, and it's called How to Catch a Leprechaun. I think it kind of scared her. She didn't want to catch a leprechaun. And so when I suggested we make our own, she was very adamant that that was not a good idea and she did not want to do that. We didn't do that, but maybe that'd be something fun that you could do with your kids. There are so many good ideas on the internet right now on how to do it. And you could just, again, if you're having friends over, you just give them a whole bunch of supplies and let them go crazy and kind of compete with each other to see who can come up with the coolest leprechaun trap. Maybe next year we'll do it. Now, it's not St. Patrick's Day yet, but I do have a lot of other fun things that we're gonna do on the actual day of St. Patty's Day. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure to go follow me now. It's HeyMamas18. That day on St. Patty's Day, I'm going to be taking video and pictures and showing you everything that we're doing the day of. Some of it's going to include like leaving traces of the leprechaun, like where the leprechaun was, obviously having a green breakfast. I think we're also going to do like a green scavenger hunt and maybe find like a pot of gold or just some gold chocolate coins at the end of that rainbow. But I have a lot of cute things planned for the actual day of. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these. I'm always open to new ideas, so if you have some fun St. Patrick's Day crafts or activities or traditions, please let me know in the comments below because I would love to see them. Thanks so much. Bye everyone.